Hey awesome ones, Heather here.
And Bill here.
Have you got a bucket list? I know that we had one, and you know what? We didn't want to be in our 90s and be really regretful of something.
I do want to be in my 90s though. But just not regretful.
Hey, I'm on my way to 100 past. Anyway, yeah, we didn't want to be regretful of some of the things, like maybe all the things that we didn't do. So we thought we would do a little bit of tweaking, and we started tweaking it, I guess, a few years ago, and we thought, why not share that with you, our wonderful, awesome over 50 viewers, and it all starts in just a few seconds. So the bucket list, it's actually almost a little scary to think about the bucket list.
Yeah, almost final.
I remember when I was, younger, I would write things on my bucket list like, I'm going to climb Mount Everest, and I'm going to sail down, the Amazon River and find a specific rare species of a butterfly. These kind of weird things, but, they just kind of fall by the wayside. Why is that, Bill?
Maybe because they're too grand.
Maybe.
I mean, for most people, there's something for everybody out there, but I think for us, anyways, it just seems a little too grand.
I know, and so what we decided to do with our tweaking, and we started this a few years ago, we decided to kind of cut it down into bite-sized pieces and also find some things that we would find in our life that are achievable.
And that's the key, achievable.
But now when we say achievable, we still want you to have goals and dreams. I mean, your dream might be to run a marathon, and it's not something that's easy peasy. It's something that might take, years of training, but it is achievable. You just kind of have to work at it, right?
You certainly do.
And talking about grand and grand hotels and everything, sometimes I think we fell into this trap too. We thought to ourselves, and I remember we've got 4 kids and a dog, so and we were thinking, and this might be you as well, we're going to travel first class to Paris. We're going to spend 2 weeks in Paris. We're going to be in a 5-star hotel. We're going to only dine at Michelin star restaurants, and we never got there.
Well, we got there.
No, but we never got there that way.
No. But, I mean, what we did, we flew regular, or coach, I guess you would say. We had some nice dinners on the cafes in Paris, the traditional cafes, which I just loved. Oh, it was awesome. So, I don't know, I kind of feel like I did achieve something on my bucket list for Paris and London, don't you?
Well, I was going to get to London in a second, but one thing about Paris is that we didn't stay in a 5-star hotel.
No. I was going to say where we did stay, it was right in Old Paris. It was a boutique hotel. Correct me if I'm wrong on this, a boutique hotel. And we were on like the 2nd or 3rd floor. But here's the thing I loved. The window opened, and I could just look down the cobblestone street like this. The window is actually open. There's no tower, glass and steel tower. This was, it just felt beautiful to me anyways.
And we were 5 minutes away from the Eiffel Tower, 5 minutes away from the Champs-Élysées and the Arc de Triomphe, and it was so amazing. The thing is, we got there, and the way that we got there, we're going to share this with you, and I don't think we've shared this with anybody, so this is kind of special, but we made up, you can't see us now, a vision board, and as you can see, there is Paris and there is London. We put it on a vision board, and now every beginning of the year we make up a vision board and we have goals on it, like, there's business goals on there, there's health goals, fun goals, and travel goals. And one of the things when we made up the vision board is we said we want to go to London too this year.
Yeah, to us it was just something that we would do together. I don't mean just us together. I mean London, Paris, Paris, London.
Yeah.
I mean, by high-speed train, it was, what, 2.5 hours away
And what we did was we decided we were going away for an 8-day vacation.
in total.
And so we spent 4 days in and around the Piccadilly Circus. It wasn't a boutique hotel, it was a moderate hotel. It was a nice hotel in London. We went on the big bus and we saw these amazing sights. And then, like Bill said, we took the Eurostar. So we flew into which Heathrow was it, or where did we fly into? No.
Oh, we took the yours.
No, where do we fly into?
Gatwick.
Gatwick.
Into
I was
London.
going to say
Into London.
No, yeah, right. We flew into Gatwick, stayed 4 days. Then we took the Eurostar to Paris, where we found this amazing, we had booked everything ahead of time, this amazing hotel. But then what we did was we flew out of Paris. So we didn't have to go all the way back and spend another day. And, it was amazing.
It was. It was a great bucket list thing.
And we'll always have Paris.
We'll always have Paris.
And the vision board really, really helps you with that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But there's other things that you can, that are bite-sized pieces. Like maybe you have a favorite band and you're like,
good one.
So-and-so is coming into I know that Garth Brooks is coming, but he won't be coming to our particular city. So what we're probably going to do is road trip.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And we'll take a road trip to be able to see him because we've never seen him.
No, it's an artist I've always wanted to see. I mean, we like all types of music, and to see him would be just perfect.
And when we say in the last year and a half or so, we've seen Bon Jovi, we've seen the Eagles, we have seen Elton John. There's a lot of these great bands that we always wanted to see. Well, we just went out and we saw them. And somebody, I guess it was a few years ago, maybe 5 years ago, we saw his last concert in our area, and that was Leonard Cohen.
Of course, Leonard Cohen.
Yeah, and he must have had like 4 encore. Everybody was gone, and he still comes back on. I want to do some more, and we just always sit in our seat for a little longer, let the crowds go. But it was unbelievable. Like it was so memorial. That's a good word for it. It was so beautiful. So, and the other thing are comedians.
Tell them about Jay Leno. Jay Leno is my favorite stand-up comedian. And one night we're watching the Tonight Show, but now with Jimmy Fallon. And I said to Heather, I think Jay Leno's coming to our city in the future. We should go see him. So Heather went on her phone and what?
He's coming in 48 hours. So we stopped watching poor Jimmy Fallon. We went on our computer, we booked the tickets, and sometimes, it's not even on your bucket list, but you have this thing inside you. It's not written down, but you really want to do it. Well, when the opportunity strikes, is that what does Richard Branson?
Richard Branson, I always love what he says. When you see an opportunity, take it. I'm paraphrasing now. And it's so true. You take an opportunity. Maybe it doesn't work out in the end. I'm talking business. Let's say business bucket list goals. Maybe something doesn't work out, or even a trip. But you know what? You've gotta take that opportunity.
And talking about opportunities and businesses, maybe a small business, maybe you're really creative. And I've done this, where I have had a kiln and I've made ceramics, and some men or even women, they like to do woodworking. And let me tell you, when you sell your first piece of artwork or something that you created, it's so uplifting, it's so energizing, and you can do it at any age. Nobody looks at something and says, how old was the person that did this? It's just, you can do it, and I don't call it retirement. If you're in retirement and you're going, I don't know about this, I call it rehirement.
That's a good one.
Sometimes you're rehiring yourself to do something, so that's that's a great idea with it all.
Oh, for sure.
And I would suggest that you go to the dollar store and you get yourself some Bristol board. And nowadays you might not have a lot of magazines around to cut things out, but you can find almost anything on the internet and just print it in color on your printer, and away you go. So, and another thing that we wanted to do, I know know you maybe still are going through your midlife crisis, but Bill did not get a Ferrari or a Maserati, but
the two Porsches in the driveway are excellent. I gotta say, they've been a great alternative.
Not anyway, but we got a convertible, and all we did was we just traded in our old car, and that wasn't a convertible, and we got a real great convertible that's a little older, but it was basically a great trade for what we did. So I mean, things are achievable. You don't have to get the Ferrari or the Maserati.
No, I mean, I know other people that have got an older car, but they got it because it was the soft top for a lot of the older models. A lot of the newer convertibles are the hard top. And I don't know, it's hard to explain unless you have a convertible, but yeah, you just got to try it.
Yeah, it's fun. It's and I've tried having a boat too. Now the boat, it was good, but a lot of people say, a lot of people would love to have a boat once.
Well, it's another bucket list thing for people too.
It is a big responsibility having a boat, I gotta tell you. But another thing that's a great responsibility, and I'll tell you something, they give so much more than they take, is maybe you want to have a dog.
Yeah, put that on your bucket list too.
And our little guy, he's 8 years old now. And, we knew he's going to be around for 15, 16 years. Yeah. And it's just the most wonderful thing to have a pet. And as again, you have to have the time for them.
For sure.
Talking about him, I think I'm missing him right now. So why don't we bring him out? And whenever we bring out Little Hurricane, we talk about what's upcoming in the video. So let's go get him right now. So here he is, our little Yorkie Hurricane.
Hey, little fella.
He's over 8 in dog years, so he's definitely an over 50 dog.
Oh, for sure.
And a lot of you have been asking, why is he called Hurricane? And because that is Bill's nickname for sports, and so that's why but also maybe we even can put a picture here of how he twirls around whenever we come home, and he's just like a little hurricane. And we just shared a few things that are on our bucket list here, but what I'd love to do right now is encourage you to put in the comments some of the things that are on your bucket list, or some of the things that maybe you just did recently that you could tick off of your bucket list.
I mean, would you say even a traditional thing like skydiving? And that seems to be almost on everybody's list. Skydiving.
Sure. There's a lot of things. So write them down and let us know what you're thinking about. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's coming up in the videos, but also if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do just hit the subscribe button, and also there's a bell below as well where you're notified of the videos. We're almost to 1,000, so that would be really awesome to hit that quadruple digits. Anyway, we'd appreciate it. Thank you. And then also let's talk about what's coming up in these videos. And we're going to have some comfort food because it's starting to get colder out there. So we want to talk about comfort foods, some more excursions, and other lifestyle things that we always love to do on this channel. And over at the Beauty and Fashion, which is the original channel, youtube.com/awesomeover50, I have got some slimming down videos because we got to get into some of those party dresses and things like that, and also some skincare, new skincare videos, and also fashion. You're really loving the fashion, so I'm on the hunt to find you some new fashion. So until next time, just keep dreaming, everyone, and really try to make those dreams come true.
Yeah, because you're not really going to remember the taste of that 5-star Michelin restaurant. So just go out and enjoy.
I call it, go and taste the banquet of life, whether it's skydiving or traveling or starting a new craft or hobby and making it into a business, whatever it is. Just go out and try the banquet of life, one bite at a time, and
keep it awesome.
Keep it awesome.